What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about XRP today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, okay? It is the 27th day of September, and here we are at about $2.78 with 10 hours and 11 minutes left in the day here. Looking like we do want to go lower, you guys. I really do think that we want to go lower, and it's very possible that XRP has found its low already, but I'm very much in the belief that we have lower to go. I don't believe in quadruple bottoms. They don't happen. And maybe this is some kind of triple bottom, maybe. But if you're looking at it on the 4-hour time frame, I think it's obvious that this is a 1, 2, 3, 4. These are 4 discernible lows. Each time getting progressively lesser results, right? Here, nice. I should say degressively. Here, not as nice, but still nice. Here, cute. And here, non-existent. This level is providing less support each time we interact with it. I think it's because there's no support left to be had. So we're going to go lower. If we do go lower, what's a good target area that makes sense? Well, using the fibs, I think if we take the most kind of discernible pivot, which would be this low to high here, typically also, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but typically, not always, it's on you to use your discretion, but typically the first significant pivot is the best one to go off of whenever you're dealing with consolidation phases. Does that make sense? Or the last one, right? Like here, this is our last pivot. I think this is more significant to use than this pivot is to measure this move. Does that make sense? I'm sure you could find significance on both of them, but that's just how I do it. Where here we're breaking out, so I use the last pivot. Here we're also breaking out, but we're still going down. We're like within, even if we move down, we're still within this consolidation phase, I think, right? Like even if, let me just delete this here real quick and show you. Even if we move down here and then we were to come back up, we're still in this overall consolidation phase. Does that make sense? Even if we're breaking out of this little line here. So getting that fib placed back on there, and I want to put it at the high, low to high. The expectation would be that we go down to about 257 to 239 at the lowest. I doubt we go that low, and actually I think we came to a good conclusion that 244 was the lowest that we'd go to, not based off of this fib, but based off some other fibs that we've looked at. But this makes a lot of sense to me. Something between 257 and 240, right? Something in that area there. I personally doubt that we go below 250, but even if we do, it'll be just barely, right? I do expect that we go below 260, so I feel most confident between that like 250 to 260 area personally as far as where our next low is going to be. We look at XRP here on these liquidations. Let's just see. XRP. On the 1 day, the longs outweigh the shorts. On the 7 day, the shorts outweigh the longs, which that's nice, it's good. And then on the 30 day, the shorts also outweigh the longs. We clear out a lot of these longs once we hit prices that are below $2.60, right? $2.60 and below would effectively wipe out all the longs that are on the table over the past 30 days. While there are a tremendous amount of shorts, the amount of longs is not completely negligible, and I think once they're decimated, once it's to a completely negligible amount, at that point the shorts will pile on more, and I would think at that point that's when we start to recover and see the price moving higher. That's my expectation, at least, and we will get that once we clear them out. We will clear them out once we're below $2.60. There will be more longs being added on as we move lower, but I think that we need complete annihilation here before we move higher. That's just my perspective, at least. If we're looking at this from an overall high back here to a low over here, come on now. The golden ratio is also right here, the 618 at 255, 256. Right here at this prior area of resistance here, prior resistance there, some support right here, and resistance back here even. It makes a lot of sense that we stop at that 255 area. That's my expectation, okay? Of course, we could go a little bit lower, but I don't think anything dramatic is going to happen as a result of that. We look at the daily indicators here. The RSI is in the exact same area that it's been every single time that we found support, but we're doing something a little bit different here, right? We're doing something that we don't do so often, which I think weakens our chances to find support here, right? Here you found support, you moved up, you moved up, you moved up, you dilly-dallied a little bit here, and what'd you do? You moved down. And then you moved up. When you actually bounced, you moved up. Moved up here, moved up here, moved up here, moved up here. You dilly-dallied a little bit, to be completely fair. You did some different stuff here, but you still moved up. Here we're dilly-dallying too. It's not that that means we have to go down, but typically this is not what we do when we move up, typically. So I would expect different behavior gets different results. We'll see. We'll see. Daily RSI looking bearish at the moment. Neutral overall, but bearish at the moment. Stochastics looking bearish. Pointed downwards. Orange lines in the oversold zone. And the MACD here, it's inconsistent. But that's what you get whenever you have inconsistent price action when you're just moving sideways. So not getting a whole lot off the daily there. We look at the 1 hour time frame. And the RSI is set up to be bearish overall, I would say. Very volatile, but bearish overall. Double top at this 60 level here. We could move higher. We could move a little bit higher first. You're at 278. Maybe you move up to 285, 290 at the highest. Don't be wooed by that, okay? If we move up to 285 to 290, don't get too ecstatic. We'll probably move back down afterwards. Stochastics looking bearish as well, like you want to come down. And the MACD, who cares? It kind of looks bullish here, kind of, but you're moving sideways, and it's the 1 hour. There's not a lot of respect here to be had. Look at the 4 hour time frame. We do have, we have higher lows here. Okay, so some bullish divergence on the histogram and on the oscillators. But you've already seen that move kind of come up. Again, you're at 278. Maybe you go to 285. Maybe you go to 290, but that's the highest I'd give you. Stochastics on the 4 hour, unlike the 1 hour, actually do look good. They look like they want to continue going higher. And the RSI, you do have some bullish divergence forming there. So maybe just a little bit higher. I doubt you get above this high. Get above $3, and then I'll start to be bullish. Get above $3, and I'll believe that you found your low. And then right as soon as you get above $3, that's whenever you crash. That's whenever you go lower. I'd be very surprised. Again, I don't believe in quadruple bottoms. They're just inevitable lower lows waiting to happen. But you've got some stuff going on here. Maybe this is just getting you set up for that next low. We'll have even more bullish divergence, and then we'll move higher. All right, we're not talking about a huge drop. 278 down to 255. That's not a huge drop. It's not ideal. Nobody wants to sit through that. What is that for XRP? That'd be like a 12% drop. Nope. I don't know why I thought 12%. I was way off there. 8%. It's not a huge drop, but nobody wants to be down 5%. Nobody wants to be down 8%, right? If you could opt out of that, of course you would. But on that note, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I'm not saying here it's a good time to sell. We're at the bottom of this range. It's not a good time to sell. But you just said it's going lower, C-Zar. Yeah, and I very much believe that. I think it is. It could go all the way down to 245. But that doesn't mean it's a good time to sell. Because could go down to 245 is nothing compared to could go up to $13, right? It's insignificant. It's insurmountable. It's not even the same. Not even the same game at all. You don't want to risk it for an 8% drop. And by risk it, I mean risk this phenomenal pump that's coming between now and the end of this year. Things do look phenomenal, though. Things do look pretty damn good on the 4 hour time frame. I shouldn't say phenomenal. Sorry. They look set up to move higher, which is interesting. That kind of goes against what I would think. I'm still leaning to the downside, just thinking that you might move up a little bit more first, okay? And you could be getting set up for some kind of phenomenal reversal here, but you have lower to go before that happens. Daily time frame. Again, we've already gone over all this stuff. Let's look at the weekly time frame here. Let's look at the 3-day. We don't look at the 3-day too often. Sometimes there's some stuff to go off of with this. Some stuff that most people don't see. You got this higher low dynamic overall. Kind of looks like you're breaking out of it, doesn't it? Right? Looks like you're breaking out of that higher low dynamic there. Might be a bearish implication. Stochastics rejecting the 50. That's a bearish implication there, coming down to the oversold zone. MACD, bullish overall, but you could come down to the 0. I think the 3-day just shows exactly what I was saying, is that we have a little bit lower to go. 10 hours left here. We could even move up over the next 24, 36 hours, whatever, move up a little bit and then move down. It's not that big of a deal. Come down, scoop the 0, find support here, get these stochastics in the oversold zone, find support there, have the RSI find support at its oversold zone, and then we'll sing Kumbaya and start to rally afterwards. When we do rally, and what better time frame to talk about rallying than the weekly time frame, because the weekly time frame is just so bullish. When we do rally, we will likely see the price rapidly approach $10 and beyond. Right? I'm thinking we go to $13.50 or higher personally. This might not be the best fib to use. We'll leave that one on there for now. That is our prior cycle high to our bear market low. This is the 2018 high in January to the 2020 low in COVID March times, right? High to low here. Your all-time high there lines up perfectly with this 1272 at $3.31, which is probably why you found resistance there at first. Consolidating in this area, I would think that we rapidly approach 641 or higher, okay? I don't think we'll spend any time stopping at $4. So from here, 278, once we find support, we're going to see 641 like that. It's going to happen really fast. We'll probably break through there. Go a little bit lower, right? Come up. Either we find resistance there, find support at a different level, or we'll break through it, come back, find support on this level after finding resistance at the 1272 here, okay? This 1272 of the overall range from back in 2017 at 837 there could provide resistance, being that that is the first significant level off of this fib, could provide resistance, and then the golden ratio here could provide support, being a very significant level, the golden ratio at this fib here. Something like that, maybe a little ping pong action off of 837 to 640, and then after that we should be on our way all the way up, maybe not that high, all the way up to about $13 to $16, something in this area here. That's my expectation. The 200 level, the 1886 levels here, so it's very possible you could stop somewhere a little bit lower, but the fact that the 1414 is right here, the 1414 of this overall fib, typically with the 1414 you don't stop right at it, you go a little bit through it, typically. Doesn't mean you can't stop at it, doesn't mean you can't stop below it, you absolutely could, but I would think we get near, if not above, $13 by the end of this year. Right, that's the expectation. I don't really have anything else that I want to say, so I'm just going to end it there. Ripple, I was looking at Ripple here, and they were just talking about, who was it? Cassie Craddock was posting about the Downing Street Roundtable during President Trump's visit to the UK that she attended, along representatives from the UK and the US governments and financial and crypto industries. So there were crypto people at this roundtable, and she's just saying that Ripple is well placed to leverage its strong transatlantic footprint to further drive US-UK tech innovation, or to just get a foothold, to get a chokehold on this niche aspect of crypto, which is crypto finance, right? So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Going worldwide there, Ripple. That's good for you. Good for you, good for XRP, good for the XRP army. I got nothing else. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. Take care. I'll see you on the next one, all right? Bye-bye.